Most people think transformation takes months, years, maybe a lifetime of therapy and slow progress and careful self-examination. They're wrong. Miyamoto Musashi was the greatest swordsman who ever lived. 62 duels won without a single defeat. He spent his entire life mastering combat, creating strategies that shaped Japanese martial philosophy for centuries. But his most important work came in 7 days. Not 7 years. 7 days. In his final week of life, isolated in a cave called Rigando, knowing death was approaching, he stripped away everything and distilled it into 21 precepts called the Doko-Do, the path of aloneness. This wasn't a summary, it was a weapon, a complete system for rebuilding a life from absolute zero. And if your life feels broken right now, if you're drowning in notifications, regretted commitments, the weight of everything that isn't working, Musashi's final strategy offers something most self-improvement advice doesn't. Psychological rebirth in 7 days. Not because transformation is easy, but because you've been doing it wrong. Your life is broken because you're treating it like a puzzle to solve when it's actually a battle to win. You're reading books, watching videos like this one, collecting strategies and frameworks and morning routines, stacking them on top of a foundation that's already cracked. Musashi understood something modern psychology is only now confirming. Addition doesn't fix broken systems. Elimination does. You're not going to fix your life by adding more. You're going to fix it by subtracting everything that isn't working. Subtraction. Ruthless subtraction. The real reason your life feels shattered is that you're treating transformation like a negotiation. You're waiting for motivation to strike, waiting for the perfect moment, waiting until you feel ready, waiting for conditions to align. Musashi wrote in the Book of Five Rings, there is nothing outside yourself that can enable you to improve. Everything is within. He didn't write that as inspiration. He wrote it as tactical reality. Every duel he fought, he won because he decided the moment was now. Not when he felt prepared, not when he was less afraid, now. Modern psychology calls this the action-confidence loop. You don't wait for confidence to take action. You take action, and confidence follows. We've reversed it. We wait for a readiness that only comes from doing. That's surrender disguised as preparation. The solution is immediate commitment. Eliminate the negotiation. Start now. Day 1. Accept everything exactly as it is. Musashi's first precept, accept everything just the way it is. Not as surrender, as a warrior's refusal to waste energy on reality distortion. This is where most people fail before they even begin. They want transformation, but they're still arguing with what is, still bitter about circumstances, still convinced that if things were different, they'd be different. Viktor Frankl survived the concentration camps by discovering what he called the last of human freedoms, the ability to choose your attitude in any circumstance. Suffering ceases to be suffering the moment it finds meaning, but only after you stop arguing with its existence. Acceptance isn't approval. Musashi didn't walk into duels hoping their opponents would be weaker. He accepted their strength completely and fought accordingly. Accurate perception beats wishful thinking. Day 1 task, write down everything about your life exactly as it is. Your relationships, your finances, your body, your past, your mistakes. No justifications, no explanations, no yes but statements, just raw inventory. Then stop arguing with it. Days 2 and 3, eliminate. Musashi gave away all his possessions in preparation for death, living his final days with only what was essential. This wasn't minimalism as aesthetic. This was strategic elimination of everything that weakened focus. Days 2 and 3 are your elimination phase, not organizing your life, not optimizing it, burning it down to foundation. Psychologist Barry Schwartz published research called the paradox of choice that revealed something counterintuitive. Excessive options don't create freedom, they create paralysis and exhaustion. His studies showed that people with fewer choices report higher satisfaction and make faster decisions. But we've built lives where every single day presents hundreds of micro decisions. What to wear, what to eat, what to watch, which notifications to check first. Each decision depletes your willpower. It's a finite resource. By the time you face decisions that matter, start the project, make the call, work on your future, you're already exhausted. Your willpower is spent choosing between 15 serial options. Days 2 and 3 task. Go through everything systematically and ask one question. Does this serve the person I'm becoming or the person I was? The clothes that fit your old identity, donate them. The subscriptions you signed up for and never use, cancel them. The apps you check compulsively that give you nothing, delete them. The commitments you made from guilt or obligation, end them. Identify your essential tools. Musashi carried 2 swords, ink, and paper, and nothing else. What are your essential tools? Everything else is weight you're carrying into battle. The goal, reduce your daily decisions by 80%. You're not choosing between 15 morning routines. You do one. You're not negotiating with yourself about social media. It's gone. This is ruthless subtraction. Day 4. Take radical responsibility. Musashi's second precept, respect the gods without counting on their help. This is the warrior's brutal reminder that hope without action is just sophisticated procrastination. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus divided existence into 2 categories, what you control and what you don't. You control your actions, your effort, your judgments, your responses. You don't control outcomes, other people's opinions, luck, timing, circumstances. All suffering comes from confusing the 2. Modern psychology calls this locus of control. People with internal locus believe their actions determine outcomes. They're resilient, they adapt, they succeed. People with external locus believe outcomes are determined by luck or circumstances. They develop learned helplessness. They stagnate. Day 4 task. Stop asking for help you're not going to get. Write down every area of your life where you're waiting for something external to change first, waiting for your partner to support you before you start, waiting for your boss to recognize you before working harder, waiting for your body to feel better before moving it, waiting for motivation before beginning the project, waiting for the right tools or resources or conditions. Then eliminate the waiting. Act as if help is never coming, because that's the only strategy that works. Days 5 and 6, no-mind execution. In combat, Musashi practiced Mushin, a no-mind state where thought doesn't interfere with action. The sword moves before doubt arrives. Modern neuroscience explains why this works. When you overthink, your brain activates threat detection circuits that trigger stress hormones and freeze action. The more you analyze, the more dangerous the action seems. By contrast, flow states occur when the analytical mind quiets and you execute without internal commentary. Athletes call it being in the zone. Most people operate backward. Impulse arrives, they think about it, they analyze it, they lose it. By the time thinking stops, the moment is gone. Days 5 and 6 task. Practice immediate execution. When an impulse to act arrives, you move within 5 seconds before analysis begins. No internal negotiation. No, am I ready? No, is this the right time? No, I'll wait till tomorrow. Your schedule for these 2 days is non-negotiable. 6 a.m., first action, immediate, no scrolling, no coffee first. 9 a.m., second action, make the call, send the message, start the work. 3 p.m., movement, exercise, creative work. 7 p.m., reflection, write what you did, why it mattered. The internal dialogue is over. Days 1 through 4 were deciding. Now you execute. No mind. Just movement. This is what separated Musashi from every opponent he faced. They thought, he moved. Day 7. Extract your principles. Day 7 is extraction day. You review the previous 6 days and ask what worked, what didn't, what principle underlies it. For Musashi, the principle was this: victory comes from eliminating everything between perception and action. Acceptance creates accurate perception. Elimination creates focus. Responsibility creates agency. Immediate execution creates momentum.
Day 7 task. Write your personal precepts. Not 21 like Musashi. 3. Rules you discovered about how transformation works for you. Not what books say, not what worked for someone else, what you learned in 6 days. Use this format. 1. What I accept, the reality I stop fighting. 2. What I eliminate, the daily choice I no longer make. 3. What I commit to, the one action I take without thinking. Then commit to teaching yourself going forward. You don't need another video, another course, another guru promising the secret. You have the system. Now you become the person who extracts wisdom from experience and applies it everywhere. That's what these 7 days built. Not a new routine, a new capability. Here's what most people miss. They finish content like this, feel inspired, and immediately start adding. New morning routine, meditation practice, workout schedule, 5 new habits to track. Within a week, overwhelmed and back where they started. That's not the warrior's path.
A broken life doesn't need fixing through addition. It needs fixing through ruthless subtraction of everything that isn't essential. The strategy isn't becoming someone who does more, it's becoming someone who does less, but with total commitment. 7 days from now, you won't be fixed, you'll be different. The broken version of you will be dead. What emerges will be someone who doesn't need fixing anymore because they've learned the warrior's secret. Transformation isn't addition, it's elimination. It's not becoming more, it's becoming less distracted, less negotiable, less dependent on circumstances or motivation or approval. Accept everything just the way it is, then change everything. That's the path. If this resonates, share it with someone who needs the warrior's path. Start day 1 today, not tomorrow, today. Write down everything about your life exactly as it is. Then stop arguing with it. That's the beginning of rebirth.